I was halfway through a book when the knock came. Sharp. Urgent. 2 paramedics stood at my door, faces pale, voices hushed. "Sir," one said, "your wife was hit by a car. She died on impact." The words didn't land. They hovered, hung in the air like smoke. I shook my head slowly. No. She's upstairs, watching TV. They exchanged a glance. Uneasy. Pity mixed with confusion. I led them up the stairs, my hand grazing the wall for balance. She was there, exactly where I left her. Legs curled beneath a blanket, remote in hand, smiling faintly at the screen. The younger medic raised his hand, trembling. "Sir," he whispered, "don't get any closer. We saw the body." That... He stopped. The air thickened, and in that pause, I realized the ground beneath my life had cracked. I watched her laugh at the sitcom glow, every detail so familiar, yet now foreign. If she had died on that street, who was this woman in front of me? The medics backed away. One muttered something about calling dispatch. But I stayed. I studied her, the curve of her jaw, the mole near her collarbone, the tilt of her smile. Everything matched, but something didn't. She turned to me finally, eyes calm. "What's wrong?" Her voice. That was it. Softer, too careful. My chest tightened. A thought I didn't want forced itself in. What if the woman I'd been living with wasn't who I believed? I forced myself to nod. Nothing. But inside, suspicion rooted itself. Cold, silent, unshakable. The days after blurred, yet each one carved deeper into me. I started small. I checked her phone when she showered, numbers saved under false names, messages deleted too neatly. I looked at her handwriting, shopping lists, notes, tiny differences, rounded letters where hers had always been sharp. Then photographs, old albums, recent selfies. The same face, but in subtle ways it wasn't. As if I'd been staring at a copy too long, only now noticing the flaws in its print. I ordered a DNA kit in secret, hair from her brush, a toothbrush, samples compared against the archives I still had from hospital records. I kept my mask on, smiles, small talk, dinners eaten in silence. She thought nothing had changed, but in my mind, everything had. Every gesture, every word, every breath, I dissected them all, searching, waiting for the truth to surface. And it did. The results came back on a Tuesday, a clinical email. Her DNA didn't match my wife's medical records. The woman upstairs wasn't her. I sat with the screen glowing in the dark, my hands steady, my heart strangely calm. She came into the room, smiling, asked what I was reading. I slid the printed report across the table. She glanced at it, laughed softly at first. Then the color drained from her face. She looked at me, searching for anger, for fire. There was none, just silence. Her lips trembled. "You don't understand." I raised one hand. The same hand I'd once used to steady her when she was sick, when she wept. She froze. And in that silence, she realized her game was over. I didn't yell, I didn't strike. I recorded her confession instead. Every word, every justification, every hollow excuse. By morning, the file was already in the hands of people who needed to see it. Lawyers, police, anyone who could dismantle her false life. She begged, on her knees, clinging to my arm like a drowning woman. "I can be her for you. Please, don't erase me." I looked down at her. This stranger who had worn my wife's face, lived in her skin, stolen her place in my bed. "You already erased her," I said. Quiet, precise, final. Her sobs tore through the walls, but I didn't flinch. Sometimes revenge isn't fire, it's ice. And ice doesn't melt, it endures. The house is hollow now, empty frames, rooms stripped of warmth. I sit in the silence she left behind. Not grieving, not relieved, something colder. I think of the woman I lost, my real wife, struck down on the street, faceless in the morgue. And then I think of the woman I lived with after, a lie wrapped in familiar skin. 2 deaths, 1 body, both gone. But me? I remain. Not broken, not healed, just awake. And when I close my eyes at night, one truth cuts sharper than all the rest. It's not the body that betrays you. It's the smile that makes you believe it's still hers.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.